from the time I was 12, I knew I wanted to be a filmmaker. That was all I wanted to do. And went to film school, totally a joyful experience. But at the end of it, I realized I didn't have any talent. And that was devastating. And I'll define talent. So I, with all of my focus, energy, and the assistance of an entire university, arguably at that time, the greatest film school on planet Earth, I was not able to turn out a good film. And that was devastating in ways that I can't explain. And the only way that I could begin to claw my way out of a downward spiral, I don't think I was ever truly depressed, but I used to come home and just lay on the floor. To give you an idea of like, this was a very dark period for me. And I would just lay there like, I knew what I wanted. I know what my dream is, and I have absolutely no idea how to get it. And it really felt like the universe had said, well, you suck at this thing, and therefore you're just never going to make it. And that was, this is all what, late 90s, early 2000s. So there's no internet. There's no like easy access to people that can give you sort of these nuggets of wisdom that'll help pull you out. So I'm laying there like, okay, what the hell am I going to do? And I wish I could remember what gave me the insight to learn about the brain. But I thought, all right, I'm going to start researching the brain. And I came across brain plasticity, which was extraordinarily debated in the late 90s, early 2000s. Like, is it real? Like, can you really change as you get older? And because it was debated, I made a decision to, even if I was wrong, I was going to act as if brain plasticity were real and that I could learn anything. And that meant that I could get good at filmmaking, even if I wasn't currently good at filmmaking. And then that, when I went and tried to get into that, still couldn't break in, even though I believed that I could get better over time at this point, led me to business. And in business, I really had no instincts. And I remember I was talking to Gary Vee, and he was trying to like trap me by saying, no, you really were, because his whole thing is it's what you're born with. And he was like, no, so you really were a good entrepreneur. You just never been in the environment that brought that out before. And I was so bad at business in the beginning that the only contribution I could make to a conference call was to say goodbye. And I remember I would get excited. I could tell the call was wrapping up and I'm finally going to get to say a word on here.
Right.
And that's where I started. And trying to learn business plunged me into anxiety because I was constantly in over my head. I did not get disproportionate returns. It was a brutal fucking slog. But now on the other side of learning that thing, I'm obsessed. Like for me, I realize this is all a game of solving puzzles. Once you understand the physics of the situation, you can think from first principles. And anybody, I don't care what your natural inclinations are, you can learn to think from first principles.
Yep.
Once you're at the layer of first principles, now you can build up in any industry.